Let's continue our discussion about the use of textbooks or course books for instructional materials for language curriculum design. Now we are going to look at how to. We have already, as you know, we have already looked at how to evaluate a course book before choosing it for a language program. Now we're gonna see some of the evaluation criteria, which has been developed by SLA researchers, and there are various theories behind designing the evaluation forms. And now we're going to see the significance of these evaluation forms and what sort of forms we have which we could use for evaluation or assessment of a textbook. Right. There are certain principles of course book evaluation, and in this connection, Nation and McAllister, they've done thorough research. Their research identifies that there are various types of forms and they include some guidelines how to evaluate the textbook. So you got to see here, like Tucker, Sheldon, Panio, these researchers have done remarkable work in designing evaluation forms for examining a textbook. So Nation and McAllister compare these forms and argue that the evaluation forms should include the criteria which is normally used for assessing a lesson plan or for assessing a research paper, right? Primarily, the criteria is about reliability. While looking at evaluating a textbook, the form should include some items which should, yield some reliable results. I mean, the questions containing such statements to give, some reliable results. And if, for instance, someone else happens to use that form for the evaluation of a textbook, they should get the same results. The second is the validity criteria. I mean, the results produced by evaluation form should be valid. I mean, should be trustworthy. And thirdly, practicality. I mean, the form should be of practical use. I mean, for example, if you are teaching in a language institute and you are given the task of undertaking evaluation of a textbook, so you could you could get insights from this brief discussion here. I mean, including making your evaluation form in a way which contains reliable, valid, and practical findings, and which could help you gain, which could help you gain information which is reliable, valid, and practical. Right. So the significance of the evaluation forms is important to know, because they are more important than designing courses, because you need to make some very crucial decisions while evaluating the textbook. In this connection, you need to know whether a particular textbook meets the needs of a group of learners in a specific context. And although evaluation form or evaluation of a textbook, apparently looks a small, a trivial activity, but practically it has its, implications for language curriculum design, because it helps us, save our energy and time and money. And well, evaluation of a textbook, as we have talked about, the validity, practicality, and of evaluation. So that draws on the same procedures which are used for designing a course or designing a lesson. And the evaluation done in time could, save us from its consequences. And while evaluating, we could make decisions which part of the textbook needs to be adapted and at what stage it needs to be adapted, right? And we could make decision about its use. And we could also think about the evaluation techniques employed in the textbook and justify our decisions. So in brief, evaluating the evaluation forms is an important part of examining a textbook. And this brief discussion here gives us some input about creating forms which are valid, which are reliable, and which are practical.